Hey, what's up, guys? What if I told you right now you already had everything you need to start earning $10,000 every month as a teenager? In this video, we're going to keep it raw and real. That means no fancy editing, no gimmicks, and no fake gurus. This is going to be just steps that gave me $1 million net worth in my teens. But before we begin, I want this to be collaborative. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want to hit that first 10K a month? Let me know right now in the comments below. All right, let's dive in. If you're ambitious but lazy, you already know the internet is packed with BS about making money while you're in your teens. But here's the problem. Fake gurus are selling you courses and posing as businessmen. On top of that, there's all these sketchy side hustles and people making it sound way too easy. I'm not here for any of that. Instead, I'm going to give you exactly what worked for me. My journey started humbly. I didn't have a rich family or any special connections. In fact, I lived on a farm. But at 12, I started selling supplements and other products door to door to capitalize on health trends. I targeted affluent neighborhoods with nothing but my wits, and this hustle quickly turned into my first $500 a day. But my journey didn't stop there. Once I realized I was an entrepreneur, I started dreaming even bigger. I took those early profits, invested them back into my education. No, not traditional school, but real world education. I studied business, technology, marketing, and even an early precursor to AI called machine learning. Then as a young adult, I launched a tech company that generated hundreds of millions of dollars. This gave me the freedom to invest in early tech startups. One of my early bets was a struggling company called SpaceX. Many people thought it was crazy to invest in rockets, but I took the risk. Now, I'm telling you all this because I want you to think of me as your older brother. I'm someone who's navigated the journey from a scrappy teen entrepreneur to an early investor in groundbreaking tech. And as someone who's generated wealth, my only intention in this video is to help you achieve your dreams even faster than you could by yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. My journey was not all smooth sailing. There were some serious bumps along the way, and there were moments where I thought it was going to be impossible. In fact, there was times I almost quit. There's this one story I'll share later where I was attacked so hard I thought my life was over. But if a kid could go from selling door to door to investing in AI and private space, I promise you that you can do this too. So, buckle up and welcome to the Real Money class. Your tuition here will cost you nothing, and your upside is limited only by your imagination. All right, by the way, I want to congratulate you on taking your first step. You probably won't hear this from people in your immediate circle, but the self-initiative to create wealth is a heroic act because making money will give you independence, and that's what makes it brave. You are breaking free from the filter of society. This will be one of the great adventures of your life. Today, I'm breaking down the 3 things you actually need to hit $10,000 a month in your teens. Now, this is a totally free game plan. There's no sponsors and no courses. Grab a pen and paper and pause this video if you need to. But before we begin, as I said, I want this to be collaborative. So tell me, what's the number one thing holding you back from making money right now? Either you have no good ideas, no startup cash, no time, or no clue where to start. Type what's holding you back in the comments because I'm going to break down how to overcome each and every single one. All right, let's get started. If you want to get somewhere fast, like making 10K a month in your teens, you need the right vehicle. Now, what does that mean? You wouldn't bring a bulldozer to a race, and you wouldn't try to develop a foundation for a house with a Formula One car. And making money is the same. If you pick the wrong vehicle, you'll either be moving too slow or crashing before you even start. All right, so what is the right vehicle to hit 10K a month as your teens? The right vehicle is something that's already has proven demand. That means people are actively paying money for it right now. You should be able to realistically start this business with minimal cash and ideally no cash. So I'm going to be presenting this in an order and assuming that you have $0 to your name starting today. Your idea must also have the potential to scale beyond your local neighborhood. So write this down. Here's an easy 3-step framework you can use to quickly evaluate your business idea. Number 1 is the demand test. Is there proven demand? And that means, are people already paying for something similar? 2 is the cash test. Can you realistically start with minimal, or as I said earlier, no money up front? 3 is the scale test. Can this idea expand beyond just your local neighborhood? That one's important. If your idea passes all 3 of these tests, congrats. You found yourself a great vehicle. If not, you need to move quickly because time is your most valuable resource. By the way, on the flip side, you can also tell what's the wrong vehicle. And how you do that is if it lacks clear demand. It might be something overly niche or obscure, like selling personalized poetry, books, or music online. Also, if it requires large investment upfront, like I said, we want to get started with $0 upfront today. If your business idea demands upfront money, like buying machinery or wholesale inventory before you've confirmed the demand, it's going to increase your risk considerably, and that means your probability of failure is higher. The other reason is if it has limited growth potential. A business solely dependent on your local little neighborhood or a one-time sale is going to quickly reach a growth ceiling. This is going to limit your earning potential. Here's something powerful, though, that no adult wants you to realize. Starting with $0 is not a disadvantage. It's your secret weapon. When you're young, you've got 2 incredible assets that adults don't have: your energy and your enthusiasm. Those are secret weapons that you might not even realize. Now, in the long term, you want your money to work for you, but we're not there yet. Right now, your job is to hustle, experiment, and adapt. All right, pause this video for 10 seconds. Write down one service you can offer this week, whether it's mowing lawns, power washing, or using any machine that you can borrow on margin to offer a service. Got it? Good. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Making money as a teen isn't just about the cash. It's about building character. You're going to be gaining real-world skills and finding out what you're truly capable of. Think of it like this. Your teenage years are the perfect time to build your character foundation. And I know, the goal you want right now is to hit that $10,000 a month as fast as possible. But learning discipline, creativity, and resilience is important. You're going to have to embrace the grind, enjoy the hustle, and even lean into those moments where you feel like giving up. But here's the honest truth. Making money isn't just about skill. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. And it's about leaning in to keep going when things get tough. And trust me, it will. But those skills you pick up along the way, they're worth way more than the money itself. So don't shy away from the grind. Embrace it. Fall in love with the process. And I promise, not only are you going to hit that financial goal, but you're also going to be someone who is formidable and unstoppable. And once you've mastered that mindset, hitting much more than $10,000 a month is just the beginning. So write this down. We're going to begin with in-person services. All you have to offer at this level is your enthusiasm and energy, and I'm assuming you have $0 to your name. Now, it's going to sound basic, stuff like dog walking, power washing, or offering to hand out flyers for a local business, but don't underestimate how quickly you can cash in on these skills. Here's your challenge. What's one thing you can borrow today to start a hustle with $0 up front? Think outside the box and drop it in the comments. I'll pick the most creative one and shout you out in my next video. You see, when you're young, you've got these advantages like creativity and courage. And I'm not saying you should break any laws. In fact, I'm telling you the opposite. Always follow the laws 100%. But I do want to tell you a story of a little trick I pulled in my early days to get started. When I was a teen, I made a doctor's salary by borrowing a lawnmower on margin. So what does that mean? Well, I promised to come back and pay for the rental after I got paid first. And this is a core tenet of the wealthy. The wealthy always pay themselves first, and they pay everyone else after. Then I'd go to wealthy neighborhoods. Now, there's no law against accidentally cutting someone's grass. Who's going to press charges on a teen because he was accidentally tidying up the wrong lawn? So what I did is instead of asking for permission, I started mowing lawns of rich people without asking. And when the homeowners came out, rushing out, they were shocked and confused, guess what I did? I act shocked too. And I pretended that a company booked me at the wrong address. Now here's what they did. They laughed, and almost every time they let me finish and they paid me. Now, using this accidental but accidentally on purpose strategy, I quickly scaled up from the $500 a week to around $2,000 per week. That's not bad for someone whose only business strategy was renting equipment on margin and pretending to be lost. But listen, I want you to do even better. Take this quirky story, sprinkle in your own creativity on it, and drop a comment below. I want to know how you upgraded it and you added your own creativity, and bonus points if it's riskier than mine. But there's a lesson here. Leveraging your youth, hustle, and initiative is important. People love seeing a young person in their teens take action. So turn your courage and creativity into opportunities, and I promise you'll start seeing results faster than if you sit around in line and beg for permission. Remember, you don't even need to own any equipment up front. I want you to borrow a power washing tool, lawn equipment, or anything you need with a no cash upfront agreement. And sure, at first people might hesitate. They might be afraid you might not return it. But if you confidently show your character, most people won't think twice about letting you borrow what you need. And to make them feel even safer, just use AI or some online tool to draft a simple contract, print it out at your school for free, and bring it along with you when you discuss borrowing their gear. Whether it's lawnmowers, power washers, or any other gear, the point is building trust, right? And once you have their trust, they're going to gladly let you pay them after you get paid first. One more important thing I have to mention, you need to make it so ridiculously easy for people to pay you that they feel stupid not giving you money. So one of the smartest things you can do at this stage is figure out how to accept a credit card. People don't pay in cash anymore. They don't want to send you a wire. They got to go back inside the house to get a check. Don't make it hard for people to pay you. I want you to do your online research right now to figure out how to get a merchant or borrow a merchant, but you need to be able to accept a credit card at any time, at any moment. All right, pay very close attention now to what I'm going to share next. This is where your life is going to change. Now, you've got your hustle going. I'm expecting you're making a couple $1,000s a week and the cash is starting to flow. And you're cleverly borrowing your equipment without upfront capital cost. But here's the game changer. You don't need to settle for just dominating your local service business. Your mission now is to pivot and turn your small town service hustle into a global enterprise as quickly as possible. Think about it. Thanks to the internet, the greatest invention of all time, even the smallest villages can instantly connect to customers around the globe. This is going to multiply your reach and impact your earnings beyond anything you've ever imagined. So to do this, you need to take advantage of two things, and I'll break them down in categories. The first is going to be import and export. The second is going to be selling digital services. So let's dive in. I'll give you an example real quick from my own life to get started. When I was just a teenager, I realized local hustles couldn't take me so far. And to realize how to grow my income even more, I needed to pivot into import-export products online. Now, initially, I had no freaking idea how to safely import products from Asia. I didn't even know where to start. And like most teens, I was intimidated by the complexity of international business, shipping logistics, and finding trustworthy suppliers. But instead of letting my confusion stop me, I decided to break down the process into manageable steps. So first, I watched free online videos where people openly shared their experiences importing products from overseas. Next, I binge watched countless tutorials explaining how to safely choose reliable suppliers, handle shipping, and navigate customs. Now, after gathering enough basic knowledge, I started contacting suppliers through online platforms. And at first, I'll admit, it was nerve-wracking. I was worried about scams and losing all my money, but I quickly learned the importance of starting with small test orders to build trust and reliability. My first successful imported product was something extremely simple, just phone cases that stick to walls. Why phone cases? They were lightweight, inexpensive, extremely popular for cell phones, and incredibly easy to sell online. People didn't even think about buying them. My first small shipment sold out faster than I expected, and it instantly started boosting my confidence and showing me the massive potential of import-export product sales. My number one piece of advice to overcome the initial fear or confusion about starting an international business is this. I want you to start small and simple. Don't rush into large orders or complicated products right away. Choose something easy, affordable, and proven, like accessories, small gadgets, or everyday items that people frequently buy without thinking about it. Doing this will help you quickly understand the entire process without taking major risks. You're going to build your confidence, and you're going to set the stage for even bigger successes down the line. All right, so how do you get started? Number one piece of advice is don't waste your teenage years. Don't just scroll endlessly online looking for the perfect business idea. I'm going to give you 2 bulletproof methods right now that'll have clients practically begging you to pay them. So starting today, before you move into selling any physical products, the smartest product is to focus on skills in high demand. I want you to think of lead generation, graphic design, social media management, video editing, or digital marketing. These skills will practically sell themselves because businesses always need them and they're always looking to increase their bottom line. You can hire skilled people through offshore worker sites and they'll do all the actual work for you. And this is called talent arbitrage. Then you can charge your clients a higher rate than you're paying. That's leveraging your time, and it's exactly how you start making money passively. You're going to be earning money while someone else handles the deliverables. Now, if you're going to sell digital products, make sure you tap into your personal passions. If you love something, you will find a niche of others who do. So if you love gaming, start selling gaming accessories, streaming overlays, or guides. If you're obsessed with fitness, offer workout plans, a meal prep template for parents. Remember, they don't need to know they're buying it from a teenager. There's no need to reveal your identity. These are called productized services. They're digital products or services like coaching or how-to guides, and they scale incredibly easy and quickly. Passion can turn an ordinary business idea into something incredibly enjoyable and fulfilling. Here's a real-world example from my life. When I was a teen, I had a deep love for model airplanes. But because of this personal interest, selling model airplane kits online was easy for me. It felt effortless because I understood exactly what my customers wanted. I was essentially selling and targeting myself. The personal connection is going to make marketing, customer support, and product selection so much easier than if you're not passionate about it. Now, once you scale your online business the right way, it can start generating income even while you sleep. But let's be real, you still have to put in the work. The goal is not easy money. It's to build something that keeps paying you back long term. You can do this, but only if you get your initial startup capital from local services first, as we previously discussed. All right. Let's take a step back. We're going to talk specifically about online services you can sell. Now, as we covered previously, there's an endless range of things you can offer. It's copywriting, social media management, content creation, video editing, ad campaigns, thumbnail design, lead generation, and more. Selling online services uniquely combines 2 huge benefits. You can target a global reach, and just like selling a physical product, you enjoy much higher profit margins. See, physical products, import and export, typically yields 20 to 30% margins. That requires constant reinvestment of your savings. But if you start with online services, you can make 70 to 90% profit margins directly in your pocket from day one. Now, to pinpoint exactly which online service to offer, start by honestly asking yourself these 3 critical questions. Ask yourself, what can I understand well enough to sell to business owners? What am I genuinely excited to learn more about? And what reoccurring problems are businesses willing to pay me to solve? Now, the perfect business idea is going to lie at the intersection of those answers. Here's a critical piece of advice. Don't get caught up trying to be perfect right now. And don't try to just always be an expert at your skills before you offer them. That's not what entrepreneurs do. Entrepreneurs jump off the cliff and they build a parachute on the way down. So many people get stuck waiting for the right moment in life or trying to become experts first. That's backwards thinking. Instead, start immediately. Charge below market rates initially and focus on earning while you're learning. Real world experiences beats theoretical knowledge every single time. Let's take this even deeper. If you miss any of these 4 things in business, your business will collapse before it even begins. But if you get them right, you'll unlock a path to predictable $10,000 a month income that grows for you on autopilot. The first is positioning. Clearly solve a high value problem for a business, like helping them get more leads, which turns into revenue. Businesses pay generously when you directly boost their bottom line. And the second is leverage. Stop trading your time for dollars, guys. Instead, charge based on the results or value you deliver. For example, if your service helps a business earn an extra $50,000 extra a month through lead generation, instead of charging by the lead or, God forbid, by the hour, charge $5,000 as a flat rate for every $50,000 you deliver. The third lesson is reach. You don't need to chase clients. They can chase you once you get a couple testimonials and some success stories under your belt. Share your results openly on online platforms and build your personal brand. Businesses naturally gravitate towards people who showcase their value publicly. And the last step is automation. The final way to fail is by being unreliable or disorganized. There's free SaaS tools, that means software as a service, or AI tools that can automate your scheduling, client management, content creation, and project workflows. For instance, a successful online business will often use automation tools to handle their client onboarding and follow-ups automatically. This frees up their time to focus on growing the business. If you get these 4 elements dialed in and your business becomes a money-making machine, it'll do that even when you sleep. So let's quickly recap everything we've learned so far. You started by leveraging your courage and creativity to hustle locally. You built trust and you earned cash without any upfront investment. Next, you pivoted your local service hustle into a global enterprise by choosing the right digital product, meaning an online service, or through import and export through proven vehicles that are already making money. You positioned yourself strategically, you leveraged talent, and you maximized your reach through online platforms, and you automated your process to become incredibly reliable. To put it simply, you've transformed your small town business now into a global powerhouse that earns money even when you're sleeping, and you're utilizing the maxim of leverage. So you're not working harder, you're working smarter. Now, when it comes to turning your passions into profit, the smartest way, in my opinion, is through productized services. The offerings that you can sell repeatedly without having to reinvent the wheel each time. But how do you actually choose the right niche based on your passions? Here's 3 simple questions that you should ask yourself to quickly find the perfect niche. Number 1, is it genuinely interesting to you? Ask yourself, am I genuinely passionate enough about this topic or niche that I'll stay consistent even when the initial buzz or aura wears off? Number 2, does it have proven spending? Are people already actively spending money in this niche? I'm hammering this home because this one might be the most important. Ask yourself, can I see clear evidence of demand through existing businesses that are crushing it, successful products that have gravity or some volume metric, or ongoing conversations of people asking about it online? The third is rapid expertise. Can you quickly become knowledgeable enough to differentiate yourself in this niche so you can confidently offer valuable products or services and clearly stand out from all the competition? Once you've identified a potential niche, here's exactly how you would quickly validate it to ensure you're not wasting your time. Now, answer these 3 simple questions honestly, then take a quick moment to validate your niche online. Doing this is going to dramatically boost your chances of picking the right niche you love and one that easily translates your enthusiasm into steady, consistent cash flow, baby. Now, here's a bonus step to accelerate your success even further. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most people, but there's one crucial trait you'll need to make sure you never fail. Guys, you're going to hate this word. It's patience. I know. Patience isn't exactly flashy, but it's the secret sauce behind every successful entrepreneur. At this point, let's face it, the only way you're going to fail is if you quit. So what does having patience actually mean for you? There's one skill researchers discovered almost guarantees a young person's success in their teens. And spoiler, it has nothing to do with intelligence or raw talent, and has everything to do with marshmallows. Seriously, It's called the marshmallow test. And researchers at Stanford broke it down like this. Kids were given one marshmallow with a simple promise. If they resisted eating it immediately and waited a few minutes, the researchers would come back with another marshmallow as a reward. But if they ate it, then the marshmallows ended. Guess what happened years later? The kids who waited for the marshmallows became dramatically more successful than the kids who couldn't resist temptation and ate the marshmallows. We're talking multi-millionaire level success, the top 1% players in capitalism, guys. And it's not just kids like that in the research study. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk both credit their massive success to mastering delayed gratification. Patience is not just waiting around. It's actively using that waiting period to sharpen your skill, plan smarter, and outwork your competition. So here's your challenge. Learn to delay immediate rewards for bigger future gains. You're going to watch yourself outpace everyone effortlessly, guys. If you nail this skill, your success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. And if you've made it to the end of this video, you're already ahead of 99% of teens who just talk about success, but they never take action. You're on your way to something big. I can feel it. And I have zero doubt you're going to hit your first 10K a month. And once you do that, the sky is the limit. The internet and AI have leveled the playing field forever. And now it's just about how hard you're willing to go for it. But here's a reality check. This journey demands your unwavering focus. It's not about chasing every shiny opportunity or questioning yourself or even doubting yourself at every turn. Success isn't about finding the perfect idea. It's about choosing a path and relentlessly making it work with persistence. Remember, focus. Follow one plan until you're successful. Stick to your plan. Trust your vision, and you will hit your goals faster than you ever imagined. All right, you've just received the exact blueprint for hitting your first 10K a month as a teenager. So we're going to quickly recap so you can take your notes. Start with a local service business, leveraging your energy, and borrow equipment on margin. Transition strategically to online global services or import and export products. Utilize high demand skills that generate revenue and combine that with your personal passions. Apply positioning, leverage, reach, and automation. Master patience to guarantee your long-term success, and you're going to make it big. But why would you stop there? Making your first 10K a month is just the beginning, and it gets so addicting to win. If you're serious about transitioning your initial success into something truly life-changing, I'm talking about scaling from $10,000 to your first $1 million in the bank. Don't worry, I've got your back. Drop in the comments, let's go. If you're 100% committed to making this happen, I'll personally reply to as many of you as I can. And if you're committed and serious about accelerating your results, do not wait. Remember, the next video will save you years of trial and error. So guys, hit the subscribe button right now, and I'll see you on the other side. Let's go.